creatures you're glad are extinct.
Run, rabbit, run, rabbit,
Run, run, run,
run, rabbit, run, rabbit.
run, run, run. Bang!
What am I doing here? Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I can't wait so we can break apart
Remember this creepy viral video of thousands of crows landing in this parking lot right before sunset? Well, this man saw hundreds of crows flying around this house every day, and when he found out why, he called the police. Security guard Brian LeBron was driving to work one evening when he noticed something he had never seen before. It was an old barn near the side of the road surrounded by barbed wire and had hundreds of crows flying around it. But that was only one of the strange things that started to happen in the small farming town he lived in. In the last few weeks, Brian and many other people in the town received a strange phone call late in the evening. When they picked up the phone, all they would hear is a strange whistling sound, but no one would respond. What was even stranger was outdoor dogs across the town were going missing. Next time Brian drove by the barn with the crows, he decided it was time to pull over and check it out. He parked his car and slowly made his way over the barbed wire. That's when he saw it.
In case you missed it, the United States government finally shone some light on the existence of UFOs, which they're now calling UAP. If you've been living under a rock, let me break it down for you. Aliens are real. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys, and of course, like and follow for more. Just playing, guys. They probably are real, but here's the gist of what they spoke about in Congress. They basically all agreed that yes, UFOs are real and that they've been seen not just by people like you and me, but by pilots and sensors and people in the military. They went on to say that they have no idea what they could be, and they presented several hypotheses which include weather anomalies, trash in the sky, and other terrestrial explanations, which to me is a hot steamy crock of shit. They then had the audacity of showing us this video, which was recorded in the cockpit of a plane with what seems like an iPod Touch. Pretty underwhelming video of a UFO which took these people what seemed like half of their presentation just to show it running on what looks like Windows 98.
Can you point to the screen again what we're supposed to be looking at?
Like, is this where our tax dollars going to? And to add the cherry on top, both parties at this hearing came to a mutual agreement that these UFOs are a national security concern, meaning that they can interfere with the country's safety, i.e. interfering with weapon systems, etc. They also declined to answer when asked if the United States military has technology that demonstrates the same characteristics and flight patterns as UFOs. Finally, here's the best part to all of this. They had a closed session after the public one, meaning it wasn't meant for the public to hear. At this closed session, they most likely answered yes to questions like, have UFOs and the evidence collected on them altered the US's offensive and defensive capabilities? Basically, have we reverse engineered UFO technology? Does the US have any sensors which may be able to detect UFOs underwater? I get it, a lot of these questions are sensitive in nature and can pose a national security risk. But isn't not telling the American public what you've actually found a national security risk in and of itself? These people know a whole lot more than they're letting on. Hold them accountable.
Part 76. There are 16 mummified monks that you can visit in temples in northern Japan. These monks had started the process of mummifying themselves while they were still alive. For 3 years, they would go on a diet of only nuts and seeds. and they would take part in rigorous exercises to strip them of all their body fat. Then, for another 3 years, they would eat only bark and roots, and they would drink a poisonous tea made from tree sap. This induced vomiting and caused a loss of bodily fluids. But most importantly, it killed off any maggots or parasites that would have caused the body to decay after death. Some monks did this for 3 years, but many felt that they weren't ready yet and continued on. One even continued this for 20 years. Upon completion, the monk would cut out all food and live off of a small supply of salinized water for 100 days. As the monk felt death approaching, he would be lowered into a pine box, where he would live out the remainder of his days in complete darkness.
Yeah, but did you know you can visit the Bermuda Triangle? The Bermuda Triangle. Yes, correct. It's not in the center of the ocean, just a little tiny triangle. No, it's right next to Florida. This is what I thought the Bermuda Triangle was. You can't go around it. You can't go near it. It's sucking planes in. It's full of creatures like this. Look at this. So we open the Shark Tracker app and we scroll in and look what we see. There's just an island. People live here. Only 854 people though. But it's real. It's real. Am I allowed to fly here and document it? I can literally fly there. This may be a risk that I'm willing to take.
Howie Mandel just made a tweet backing up everything that I've been talking about lately. He tweeted, "Watch my older TikTok posts." And knowing me, I went back and did a deep dive. And so in one of his older dance videos, it looked like he was using sign language. Take a look. If you took a close look at his hands, he says, meaning SOS in sign language. And if you still don't believe me, look at this live video that Howie Mandel did a while back.
I'm not thinking about something dark. I'm not thinking about something that could possibly harm me or how this is the new normal. That's not where.
And after all this, if you still do not believe me, Howie Mandel has been making these creepy videos that all have to do with little children. Now, this is gonna get dark very, very quickly because Howie Mandel used Justin Bieber's new song Yummy in a TikTok video. And if you've watched the music video for that, you know it's very dark. Part 5 is tonight.
Creepy facts you didn't ask for, but you're getting anyways. In 1973, 2 men were on a submarine that was 1,575 feet deep down in the ocean, when suddenly something malfunctioned and water started pouring into the submarine. Once the submarine began to sink, they only had 3 days worth of oxygen left. It took so long for the rescue team to find them that when they were extracted from the submarine, they only had about 12 minutes of oxygen left.
So how is it that these TikTokers are developing magical singing abilities the second they get famous? Well, what if they aren't? They're probably not even singing their own songs, and this isn't even that far-fetched of a theory. You see, it's very common in the music industry for producers to hire what's called a session singer to sing vocals that their artist, quite frankly, cannot provide.